Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video today, and the Houston Texans have officially hired DeMeco Ryans as their new head coach. And today is a good day for Texans football. I mean, I'm so excited for DeMeco and possibly the staff that he could bring on into this Houston Texans roster, because apparently now the Texans are interviewing a couple of the 49ers assistants for their potential offensive coordinator job. So I'm really excited, and, I know it's going to take some time, and that's why DeMeco signed a 6-year deal. This just feels like this is our guy. And with Lovey and with David Culley, we didn't have that feeling. And they weren't signed to a 6-year deal. That is what DeMeco is being signed to, a 6-year deal. And I love it. I love the faith in this guy. I think he definitely does. I think he definitely has the attributes to be a great head coach. And the one thing that he works the best with is defense. And the Texans got a young, good defense that can be really good with a new head coach and a good defensive head coach in DeMeco Ryans. You got so many young, decent players if you stay healthy. If Stingley and Grenard, I love Grenard. I think Grenard, if he can stay healthy, I think that is huge for the Texans. I think he's a potential star. He just has to stay healthy. That was a big problem for him in 2023 and the 2022 season. Same thing with Stingley. He was great when he played, but could not stay healthy. So that's the same thing for Stingley and Grenard. Now, I do think with the hiring of DeMeco, I think that kind of, gained some interest from free agents. Obviously, this is not a huge head coach hiring. I mean, yes, this is a huge head coach hiring. But for instance, with the Sean Payton head coach hiring in Denver, I mean, everywhere around players could be wanting to join Denver just to be coached by Sean Payton. I don't think anybody on the offensive side would want to come here just because of DeMeco being the head coach, unless he was close with somebody on the San Francisco offense like that or something. But I do think it could be the other way with the quarterback. If we draft Bryce Young, I think maybe an offensive player could want to come here to play with Bryce Young. Who knows? But I do think, so with some players, seeing that DeMeco, he's going to be the head coach, he will be leading the defense. I think some players will want to come here just because of that, some defensive players. And not only that, but the Texans have the money to spend. And I think DeMeco, he's definitely going to want to, make this defense even better. This defense is decent right now. It had a decent, I would say, pretty good 2022. It had its strong, our defense last season had its strong moments, and then it had the bad ones. But I think for most of the time last year, this defense was very young and very potential. And I think DeMeco is going to continue to add on to that in this year's draft. I don't think he does it in the first round, personally. I think in the first round, I think it's mainly, obviously you're picking a quarterback with that second overall pick. But then with the 12th, I think they're going to pick an O-lineman. But now with the DeMeco hiring, I'm thinking we might draft a defensive player. I don't know what position. Maybe we draft a defensive end with that 12th overall pick. I'm thinking that we're going to either end up picking with that 12th overall pick a O-lineman or a defensive end. I'm thinking. But who knows what the Texans will do. But I do think that DeMeco will look to, I think first DeMeco will look to add, some good players in free agency with the defense. Then in April, I think he'll look to go improve it even more in the draft. I think he's the rounds 2 to 4 is probably the areas where he'll want to, improve this defense. But the way he led that 49ers defense in the last 6 years, he's been on that coaching staff for 6 years, but I think he's been their defensive coordinator probably like 3 or 4 years or whatever it's been. The way he's, led that 49ers defense, they've definitely been the best defense in football. I thought they were the best. The Cowboys defense and the Eagles defense, they're great, but I think the 49ers are the best in the NFL. Just, the way they were led this season. Nick Bosa, who definitely will be the defensive player of the year. just a great, great defense. Yes, they struggled and they allowed, 31 points in their final game, but their defense was great all season. But yeah, I love this hiring. I love it. Not only do you got the reasons of how good of a defensive coach you have, but he's familiar with the city. He loves this city. He loves playing here in Houston. I think he spent 6 or 7 seasons here to begin his career. We drafted him. Yes, he's one of those guys that the Texans unfortunately let go, but somehow we've brought him back. You know, it's funny. The first 2 head coaching hires, both of them played for their teams. Frank Reich going to the Panthers. He played quarterback for the Panthers. He was drafted there. And then with DeMeco Ryans, he played for the Texans. So the first 2 head coaching hires played for their new teams. So that's really interesting with Frank Wright and DeMeco Ryans. But yeah, I'm really excited. I think that there will be a lot of potential things for 2023. I think the improvement, the Texans can't take all the blame to the coach because the quarterback was the big problem, but I think the Texans have a true leader in their locker room. It's no disrespect to Lovey or David Culley. They just weren't the guys for our system. I don't think they're good coaches anyways. They just, I don't mind David Culley. I don't think he was horrible, but he was not the right fit for the Texans. Do I ever think David Culley could be an NFL head coach on another team? I don't think so. But I think David Culley is a good assistant. I just don't think either Lovey or Culley are good fits for. I just don't think they're good fits for the head coach position. But I'm excited for this hiring. You guys let me know your thoughts. Texans got a new guy to lead the team in DeMeco Ryans. I'm excited. 2023 is already looking like a good start for this Texans team. Texans have to continue that going into March and April as free agency starts, and middle of March, and then the end of April, going into the draft. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts, and peace out. Go Texans.